Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 121, where I'm going to be panning out some random paydirt I've found on a shelf that I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I think I have a good idea what it is. It's just been sitting in a pan for about a month, and I keep seeing it, so I figure we might as well pan it out tonight. Hopefully it's got some gold in it, because otherwise, I'm just saving some random dirt, but I think it has some gold in it. So we're going to find out, but let me catch up on chat real quick, see who's here. Reglab, thank you for being here and being here early. Package Total, thank you for popping in, even though you're going to see a movie, The Flash. Hope you enjoy it, brother. I'm waiting for it to come online to watch it. Brad Lacey, thank you for joining us. Sucks when you got buffering on internet. Hopefully you get to watch this though, even if you can't join us with chat. I appreciate you being here. James Culver, thank you for being here. Thank you to my mods for being here as well. HD Chevrolet and Donna, who I missed last week. Thank you for being here, both of y'all. I appreciate it. As always, Sean McClelland, thank you for being here for, you catch you later. What? Why are you heading home, man? You can just watch me the whole time. Gary, how's it going? Gary, I sent you an email and I sent you some money. Hopefully you got them. But thank you very much. Some really pretty stuff. Richard B., thank you for being here. Flash in the Pan Paydirt, thank you for being here. Let me pop out chat real quick. Having a hard time seeing it. All right, get it in my usual spot. Jose, Malbar Scott, how's it going? Stephen LeBlanc, Budget Adventures, and anyone I miss, I apologize. I'm kind of like jumping all through this. But, you know, I never get everything right here. SRIP63, T-Rep Adventures, Occasional Outlaw, Chris W., thank you all for being here. SDI Prospecting, Ronnie Diggs. I think that's it. I think I got everyone. I think I'm all caught up. Chef V Prospecting, last down and in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everyone who's joining us tonight and joins me on any of my live shows and puts up with my ugly mug. Richard B. That's always the way it is. You sit there and you're painting something in a room or something. You don't think you're getting any on you. You'll see a little spot on your arm. You think, then you go look in the mirror and you're just like covered. And you're like, okay. Jason G, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Thank you very much, Flash. Thank you very much. And nobody's seen it yet, but Flash sent me something really cool. And I really appreciate that. So he sent me, you won't be able to see it really, but he sent me a 1 gram tear weight so I can tear out my scale with the 1 grammer. Because it does have the, you know, when you auto set your thing, it comes with 100 grams. You could test it. But this way I can just spot check it. Before each video, I can just drop it on there. If it doesn't weigh 100, then I can reset my scale. And that was really awesome. I didn't actually know that they came all the way down to 1 gram. I mean, probably if I thought about it, I think they did. But it was a really cool gift to just get out of the wild blue. So thank you very much, Flash, for that and the donation. I appreciate that, brother. GCMC Mining Tony, how's it going, brother? That was a really cool little jig you had going there. Thanks for that video. I appreciate that. Ready to see some treasure. I'm really hoping, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure this is material my friend John sent me. He sent me a bucket of paydirt, probably like 10 pounds of paydirt, about a month or two ago, and it had some gold in it, so I could sell it for an upcoming project. You know, he was kind enough to loan me the gold. So I have it, but I'm still waiting on the other stuff. So I'd pan out all the gold, and then I ran his material through my gold hog, and I think this is what was in there. I'm pretty sure this was it. So it might have a little bit of gold that I missed panning, because again, it was 10 pounds, and I was going crazy. Had a lot of fine gold in it. But I was supposed to sell some paydirt last month. It's a different one. It's a very special paydirt, but I've been waiting on something from China for 2 months, and hopefully it'll be here soon. And then, so I might as well get the last little bit of this gold out of here, I guess. A3, thank you for joining us, brother. And I'm inside, so you can bring all the rain you want, man. Yep. No politics. No politics. I mean, you know, take all the rules with a grain of salt. As long as somebody is respectful, as long as you follow the number 1 rule, you know, and the number 2 rule and the number 3 rule, we'll all be golden. Hopefully Nightbot doesn't have to ban anybody. An occasional outlaw, I apologize. Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate that, brother. I saw it and it didn't click on my mind. Good thing I scrolled up, though. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, brother. Who are you going to pick for your vice president? I really don't know. I think I would run with no vice president. I think that would be the best deal, is to not have a vice president. Because, you know, it's kind of one of those things. If you have a vice president, they're never going to do anything to help you. They really don't. I mean, there's very few vice presidents that anyone will remember of doing anything great. And then you're just waiting for them to stab you in your back, essentially. Or, you know, it's kind of a bad omen to have someone standing behind you waiting for you to die so they could take your place, you know. So I think I would run with no vice president. So I think I would do a good enough job that I don't need a vice president to just be, you know, saying little bitty things on the side, you know. So that's my plan, you know. Richard B. Oh, I know those wildfires are extreme, man. That's I was looking at some of the air quality reports around it. Man, that's wouldn't want to be too close to those. That's for sure. TM, thank you for being here too. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Anyone else I miss? I apologize. Anthony Waite, thank you for being here. Somewhere in Ohio, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Saw you earlier, but thank you for being here. Okay, that's it. I mean, that's why those rules are there, just so people don't, you know. And, you know, I don't know, SDI prospect. I don't know. I mean, the chances of me getting elected are 0, so, you know, I can dream whatever I want to dream. Can I? You know? I mean, if it was like old Roman times, Caligula had a goldfish as his second in command, didn't he? Or the commander of his army or something crazy like that. Wrenches, repairs, and prospecting. How's it going, brother? Oh, man, doesn't that suck? Oh, I was so glad when I got my second laptop. I mean, it took me 5 years to finally get a second laptop, but I'm so glad I do. I have my one upstairs, and then I have this one, and they're linked together. So if one of them ever crashes, which will probably be me spilling water on it one of these days, at least I'll have a backup. So, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Gregory Littleton, thank you for being here. Josh Ortiz, thank you for being here. Hope you're really still loving Arizona, brother. I know it's starting to get hot, though. Oh, sorry to hear that, Chef V. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. So yeah, for anyone that popped in late, tonight we're just going to be doing some random Paydirt. I have, or these are actually isn't Paydirt, it's concentrates on my shelf. My buddy John had sent me some gold. He had loaned me some gold for an upcoming bag of Paydirt I'm going to be selling, which I'm hoping to do by the end of July because my credit cards are getting crazy. I need to pay those off from, you know, all this stuff I'm buying. So, but these are the concentrates from it. I'm 90% sure that's what it is. Otherwise, I just saved some random dirt on a shelf. And I could have done that because I have done that in the past. We'll find out quick enough if there's no gold in there. Yeah. That's what we're going to be panning out today. And you'll see it once we get over to the panning station. There's not a ton of material. Maybe 10 or 12 ounces, but it's all concentrate. So it should be pretty hard to pan and take a little bit of time. And thank you again, Donna. I missed you last week. It was like, oh no, where's my Donna at? I don't know what to do when I don't have my mods. And it seems like y'all are just rotating somebody missing because Wheeze and Geezer's not here. He must be sleeping or something. I think y'all are taking 1 week naps or something. Hey, Gregory, how's it going? So gold prices have been steady, which is good. I really like that. You know, I preferred when gold was at a lower price in the $40 range, but I don't think that's going to happen ever again. So, but I do like it when it stays steady. It's been gold. It was really, really hectic earlier in the year. I mean, like really going up and really going down. But it's nice to see it steady. You know, even it's going still up and down, but it's a much littler bumps, which is much nicer. So, you know, because it worries me, especially like, you know, I get Paydirt in and I have some of this stuff sit on my shelf for 2 or 3 months easy, if not longer. So, you know, when it was spiking heavy and bad, you're like, oh my gosh, this ROI just went down to 20%. Oh, now it's up to 200%, down to 20. And there's my sweetie Cassandra. How's it going? Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone that's being here, having to put up with my ugly mug. But you only got about 4 more minutes, and then we're going to start panning. And then you can just look at some black gloves, some black sands, and some dirt. So, Wheeze and Keezer. See, we were just talking about you, man. I said you were probably sleeping. Tell me you weren't napping. Tell me you weren't napping. You were napping, weren't you, Wheeze and Keezer? Thank you for being here, Wheeze, and I appreciate you being my mod. I appreciate all my mods. Y'all make my life so much easier because this crowd gets pretty rowdy in here. So, got about 2 ounces and 2 gallons of cons. That's not too bad. I think the most I've ever panned out was, and I panned out, and it wasn't for me, unfortunately. It was a good buddy of mine sent me, I think it was right around 2.5 ounces. But it was in about 5 pounds of concentrates. And it took me a good 2.5 weeks to get all that gold out of there. But I got it out for him. So it was a fun time. It was all off camera, though. I should have videotaped it. A lot of times someone sends me stuff like that. I need to start videotaping it. But I think this one I actually videotaped a short little bit of it. But I have no idea where I saved it. So. In a game and looked at the clock. Well, hopefully it was a good game. Hopefully it was a good game. Probably a flight simulator, huh? Flight simulator, maybe? Ugh. I haven't played any games in a while. I need to get my son this weekend. He's coming over. I have to find a new game for us to play. He's been playing the new Diablo 4, I think. And I'm too poor to afford it, so maybe I'll have to see if I can't find a used copy for my house to play with them. Yeah. But, all right, I think we're going to, let me make sure the panning station is set up. We're going to shrink down the ugly mug, and then we're going to pan out some of these concentrates, which you'll see in a second. And we'll hopefully find some gold, because this is a lot of black sands to pan out. It better have some gold in it. All right, let me shrink down my ugly mug. We'll slap on some gloves. There we go. And bye-bye, ugly mug. Pan and cam, which I think we need to make it a little bit darker. Yeah, like that. That looks good, yeah. All right, there we go. Now let's move some stuff around. Let me get my tablet up. Hey, Bob's Pistols, how's it going, brother? Is Brian here from Indiana Creek? Thank you for joining us, Brian. I'm going to try and get up there again this year to come hang out with you. Just don't tell Richard. I don't want to be out there in the rain, so. I know, most games have gone digital. My son spends most of his time playing a VR set. He's trying to get me to get a VR set. I told him, nope. I'm too old. I can't do that. All right, let me pop open chat on my... I am Zaxxon. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here, brother. Try not to be too rowdy tonight. So yeah, so let me show you the Paydirt. I got one of my gloves on. Let me pop the other one on there as well. But this is what we're going to be panning out. Concentrates. Like I said, my buddy John sent me, I think it was about 10 pounds of Paydirt with some gold in it. He's loaning me for a future bag of Paydirt. And then after I panned it out, it's about 10 pounds. And once I finished panning it out, I ran it through my gold cube. And not my gold cube, I actually run it through my gold hog sluice. And these are the concentrates out of the gold hog. So, hoping there's some gold. I thought I saw a little bit of gold in here, so we're going to find out. I'm playing Diablo 4. Yeah, that's my son. He's got it over at his house. He's been playing it a ton. So, and I have all the other Diablo games, but I'm one of those people that tends to, wait 9 months for a game after a game comes out to buy it when you can get them used. Once somebody beats them, so. One and only, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Let me move my phone a little bit. So yeah, my tablet's been, if anyone ever thinks about buying a Fire tablet, don't. You can't use YouTube on it. I mean, I had a workaround for it, but it was just causing more issues than it was worth, so I need to. And what sucks is I had bought one, and then I bought a second one, and now neither one does YouTube, so I need to sell those and get a different tablet. Mm-hmm. I know Canada's just trying. I mean, Canada, I think, is pushing their bounds. They're supposed to be so nice in Canada. They're not nice enough to keep all that smoke to themselves, are they? I think this is payback for all us Americans going up there, getting all their gold and coming back down here. And what's funny is my buddy John, who sent me this, he made up the dirt, when he threw in the gold into it. So he made sure he made it difficult because, you're not going to be able to see this, but it's mostly black sands and Nome beach sand. So lots of garnet sands in it. But I am seeing a couple little pieces of gold. So there's gold in here, so which is good. I have kept dirt on my shelf before and then panned it out months later and it had no gold, and I have no idea why I put it on a shelf. So it's a good thing that we're putting this. This has gold in it. Well, there you go, the Lenovo. Yeah, I just need to hunt down. What sucks is I bought a Samsung before I bought this tablet. I bought an old one off of eBay, but it was so old you couldn't even update it. So that was like a month. That's why I ended up buying another Fire tablet, because I needed something quick. They're just so slow if you jailbreak them to put YouTube on them, that it takes me 45 minutes just to get the YouTube, and like last week it just froze, so. Reg Lab. All right. It's Mother Nature's fault. I know, it's funny that nobody ever rakes the forest. I don't understand that. I mean, you got all these guys sitting in towers, and this is just in California as well. You get all these people that sit in towers all day. You have all these convicts all over. Make them go rake the forest, They got nothing better to do. And Kathleen, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining the live show. I appreciate it. Let's see. We're going to have gold in every pan. Yeah, there's some gold in this one too. I put little bitty flakes. $111 degrees. Yeah, I don't know. See, I'm so glad I don't live in the South anymore. As much as I don't like Evansville, I was looking at the temperatures down in the South yesterday. Man, I couldn't deal with that anymore. I'm too old for that. That's awesome. I'll have to look into that. Thanks, though. I appreciate that. I'm cheap. Anytime I can find something cheap that works. I mean, I know most tablets will have YouTube. I don't know why. It drives me crazy that Amazon's got a beef with you know, YouTube. Curtis, how's it going? Thank you for joining the live show. Appreciate it. No, what did Flash say? Oh, be nice, be nice. I work in air conditioning. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't do outside work anymore. When I was a kid, that's what I started out working outside. And I joked with my son. I was joking with him last week. We were outside working on my garden beds, and he was just dying. I told him, you won't survive if you have an outdoor job. Hey, Sean, thank you for joining us again while you're stuck in traffic. I appreciate that. Man, you're just having the worst luck with your laptop, Wrench. You need to shake it. That's what I do. Yeah, Anthony, it's the same reason they don't let you have Google on there. They don't have Google Store. It's just, and it's just stupid because it's so easy to jailbreak the Fire tablet. I mean, you can essentially Google one thing and get around 90% of it. It's just. Donna, thank you very much, Donna. I appreciate that so much. You're really too kind to me, Donna. Yeah, it does suck. I always hate, when forests burn. Hopefully, I will say one thing. Countries are getting a little bit better at replanting after forest fires and helping a little bit more. It used to be, 20 years ago, if something burned down, oh well, too bad. But now they're at least, doing a little bit better at that. Yeah. Your best bet for laptop is eBay. That's where I bought my backup one. Because I bought one new. And I've been using it for, I guess, like 5 or 6 years. So, and I like my main computer. So I said, well, I'll just buy the same one off of eBay. And the best bet is then to get one that's got lower, like mine, the one I use typically has 16 gigabytes of RAM. And the one I bought is the exact same model, but I don't have 4 gigabytes. And I just bought new RAM sticks for it. So, but I'm getting it for like a third of the price. So you do have to take that risk on eBay, though. Yeah, that's another good bet. It's clearance stuff over at Best Buy. I buy a lot of returns off of Amazon. Pretty much anything I buy off Amazon, I immediately look to see if they have one in their warehouse deals. Because I don't care if it's been repackaged or not. As long as it's not like food or clothing or something. Hey, Meaty, thank you for joining us. I didn't see you, but Donna said hi to you, so you must be here. Thank you pointing them out for me, Donna. See, that's why I need my mods here, because my mods always say hi to people that I don't see in chat, so then I can see that they're saying hi to them, so then I can say hi to them. That's not too bad, man. I could live with 60 and then 45. I get to walk around with a sweater tied around my waist and look all cool and stuff. This one had a nice big piece of gold in there. So you can tell that I was so sick of panning his material out when he sent it to me that I must have been speeding through it at some point and missed that one. That's a big piece of gold to be missing when you're panning. But he did it to me. He said, because he was just going to send me the gold, and he said, oh, do you mind if I added some dirt to it? And I said, no, I don't care. I'll pan it out. And he got me. He sent me, I guess it was like 10 pounds of material, so. Amazon just got a defective bilge pump. It is. I mean, it's one of those hate relationships with Amazon. I really do love their Amazon warehouse deals, and I love the fact that they'll take anything back pretty much instantly. And then you kind of hate them that they took away all the local mom and pop stores and things like that, and they have so many fakes and knockoffs on there. It's crazy, but as long as they don't ban me, they did ban me, and that's another thing I have a problem with Amazon from. They banned me from leaving feedback because I left negative feedback one time for golden Paydirt, and it was in my name, so I left negative feedback for golden Paydirt because I bought a bag. It wasn't a bag I reviewed. I just bought a bag just to pan out so I could leave negative feedback, and I left negative feedback. And I guess Golden Paydirt sells enough stuff on Amazon that they reported me and said that I was another seller or another business trying to hurt their business. And Amazon banned me, and I pleaded with them for a couple months over and over trying to get my account. So, because I still have my account, I can still buy stuff and return stuff. I just can't leave feedback because of Golden Paydirt. Yeah, and I know that was a big piece of gold to miss. But like I said, it was 10 pounds of material. And at some point I was going through it. I was just like, I just need to get the majority of the gold out of here. But that's when I thought originally that the product that I'm waiting from China to show up was supposed to be here, but it didn't show up. So that's why then this just kind of sat here. Dib Dibberson, how are you? Thank you for joining us. All right, Bob's Pistols. Hopefully you had something good to cook. That's probably where Mike Vendetta's at, because he can't hang out with us tonight. He's got to feed his kids. He's old school. He still gives his kids multiple meals a day, probably. 3.76 grams in the Yukon Alley. Can't beat that. I'm still trying to convince her. I need to message her again. HD, if you want to message her and tell her to start selling Paydirt again. I was hoping she'd have some up by the 1st. I'm trying to get her. I needed her to start selling by the 1st. Yeah, that one piece I did miss is kind of a flatter too, so. And since this wasn't a review, if this was a review, I would have panned it out multiple times and stuff like that. But more gold. Flash. I know. I messaged her last week. I think I messaged her the week before that. So I'm gonna message her again tomorrow or later tonight. Try and convince her. I mean, she's so busy catching the gold, she can't pay for fuel if she doesn't start selling it. I mean, it just makes common sense. We pay more than the scrap buyers are gonna pay her. They're just gonna melt down all that pretty gold she has. Oh, it's a sin. Oh, that's good. I'll be interested in see that, James. I haven't seen Chicken Miner. I've looked at them the other day and they weren't selling. He typically sells right at the beginning of the season and beginning of the summer and then stops. And he tends to sell out. He hasn't been having as much dirt because you could pretty much go like 2 or 3 months and he'd have his products up. Last couple times he's sold, he's been out of stock after a week tops. They're going again? I mean, I looked at them like 2 weeks ago. I have to look. But I think they got rid of their 1 gram bag, so that's why I didn't buy one the last time they were selling. Half her gold is rolling off the sluice again. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she had, the man who I won't mention come up there, and, he's just doing it for a reality show. It's almost like the fridge of wonder, except for there's nothing cold on there, and it's all Paydirt. All right. Here we go. Nothing but black sand, a couple biggies. Ryan C, how's it going? All placer gold is 24 carats when you go to sell it. I will do. Send me an email. Send me an email to remind me, and I'll post it on my YouTube community on Sunday. On Sundays, I try to share stuff that people have sent me and stuff like that, because I have no videos or any content or anything coming out on Sundays. Flash trying to start trouble, brother. Was it happen to be a 1 ounce nugget? Oh, he does. He's got fresh stock in over at Chicken Miner. Half a gram, $70. Man, I just can't do it. After last year, I saw a couple reviews. I mean, I think the only people that were getting good bags of Paydirt last year from Chicken Miner were the people who were doing reviews and told them they were doing reviews. If I remember right, I might be wrong though. I might. I pay 24 karat prices too, so does everybody. Yeah. I've got a video coming out this month kind of about that, so if I shoot it. Originally, I was going to try to take, I have one battle coming up in July, next week, this Saturday. And then I was going to take the whole month off because I've been having some serious shoulder issues, and I really don't want to have to go get my shoulders replaced. Which probably wasn't smart. The battle I'm doing that's coming up this Saturday was a big battle. But I've decided I'm going to put a couple videos out because I really want to put them out. And one of them will have something to do with gold and 24 karat prices and stuff like that. So, Daniel Bradbury, how's it going? Thank you for being here. I pay 85%, 80 to 90%. It just depends on what somebody sends me. But I do buy fly poop too, so, But I try not to buy gold. Don't offer to sell me gold, people. I only buy like 1 or 2 grams randomly. I buy the stuff that people who pop in, buy 1 or 2 bags of Paydirt and don't want to continue the hobby, And they get stuck with that gold and it's just sitting in a vial somewhere. I'm that person to get that. Oh, they have a lot that lowball. I have a video that shows I think the best person was 95% or something like that. But I'll be doing another video probably the beginning of the year, 2024, of all the Paydirt buyers again, or the gold buyers again. Yeah, that's what most buyers will only do 10 grams or more. Which is why I just buy like the little small stuff, I bought 3 grams today. The people that buy Paydirt sparingly, they're never going to get 10 grams, Carson Prospect, how's it going, brother? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Oh, is Mike here as well? The Mike that shows up because the other Mike's too busy feeding his kids these days. Oh, and where's my coffee? I'm dying without my coffee over here. But I got some more good, Mike from the Gold Vlog. Thank you for joining us. I've got some more good content videos that don't have anything to do with Paydirt reviews coming out this month. I've got 2 of them. One I might think you'll enjoy. The other one maybe not. I don't know if anyone will enjoy that one. But it's one I've been wanting to do. But I have one coming in 2 weeks that I think you'll really like. And I think everyone in the gold Paydirt community will like. So, But that'll be in 2 weeks. In 1 week, this Saturday I've got a battle coming up. Send it to PA. Hey, PA Patriot, how's it going, brother? Man, I keep missing your lives, brother. I need to start setting a timer for it or something. I need to start doing that for everybody because YouTube tends to tell me about stuff. Even though I'll click that button saying notify me, it'll notify me like, hey, this happened an hour ago. So I need to go through everyone's channels soon and start just putting them all on my phone, you know, to set timers off. Oh, does he? Well, that's very suspicious. I might have to have a word or two with Mike. Maybe I picked the wrong person to do a collab video with. And I'm just teasing. Congratulations to the people who won the silver on his channel. It was at Wild Bill, and I don't remember who the other person was, but I saw Wild Bill won the first place, and that was a really nice silver bar, too, that he made. Well, that's good. It's always good to be busy. And especially for you, man, busy means you get to play with other people's gold and, you know, look at it and play with it. And hopefully one of those busy things is did you ever update us on if you were going to the giant piece of quartz that you had with the gold inside and you weren't sure if you were going to clean it or leave it or whatnot? We need more updates about that one. That's the one every time you post something, I want to see the update for that. And I want you to weigh it, and you need to do a density test on it so you can see, so we can figure out how much gold is really in it. I'll be happy to collaborate. I need to start collaborating with a lot more channels, you know. I'm trying to broaden my brain powers beyond just doing reviews. So, and those are the ones I want to try to do collabs on, you know, like the one with Vendetta, showing people the crooked stuff and stuff like that. So, but yeah, most definitely. Oh, that's awesome, SDI prospecting. Yeah, I've got the bookmark for one. They're just too expensive for me. I might have to wait until I find one used on eBay or something. Yeah, you're just thinking about that big piece of... That's the one, because I think that was one of your first videos, you know? So that's the one that's got the hook in me, you know? It's just like when I first started my channel, I did like 90% of a review and said, wait till part 2, and just never did a part 2. You know, I know you did do a second update about it, where you were doing the should you clean it or not, but we need more. We need more. I need x-rays and things like that. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to do that. You know, I'm 50-something years old and I've never used an RSS feeder, but I'll have to do that. That's a good idea. Here, I'm actually write that down. And wrenches, thank you very much, brother. Either that or I just need to start paying more attention to YouTube. So, ooh, ouch, Ronnie. But if you had fun, it's worth it. You know, that's the whole thing, you know. You could, and it could be worse. You could have just been backbreaking digging. So nervous to etch. Yeah. I would definitely be nervous to etch it. That's what I was saying. I think what you should do is get a 5-gallon bucket of water. Put it on a scale. Weigh it. And then with this piece of string, dunk it in the water and weigh it. Calculate how much water is missing. Get a nice density test on it and see exactly how much gold is in there. That's what I want to know. You know, I think I'm pretty sure I voted for you to etch it because I just want to know what's inside. You know? Oh man, I know I didn't even play that game yet. I was gonna play that game earlier, Weezy, and I totally forgot. This is all this black sands, and garnet sands. Yeah, it's Ed from Flash in your pan, and then Flash in the pan. Paydirt is John. He sells Paydirt. Patreon member of mine. Good guy. All right, let's get this down. Well, that did not work. It did not sink the gold at all. Well, if it's that complex, that just means one thing. You got to etch it, brother. You got to etch it, brother. But if you do etch it, you have to videotape it. If you're not going to videotape it, don't etch it, bro. Don't etch it. Just leave it alone. But if you're going to etch it, lots and lots of videotaping. Yeah. I don't know. You just start thinking of a way to promote good sellers without doing a review. Because there's a lot of sellers. It's the one problem with, limited budget, limited time, is I can't keep going back and reviewing the same sellers over and over. When I first started this channel, 7 years ago, there was only, a dozen sellers. So it was pretty easy to keep going back and forth to the same sellers over and over and over. But now there's so many sellers that I can't get back to them. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I did any of the Paydirt from Gold Nugget sales. I really can't. And I want to. So I need to figure out a way to promote them. All the good sellers, and not be doing a review and taking up time, but still promote them until I can get around to a review of them. But all right, that's just because I asked, that's good. I know you generally don't ever pull out your video equipment for anything, but I figure if I ask, you might pull it out of storage just for me. How about Clash? No, Clash wouldn't be one of the ones I promote. Well, I mean, you never know. He might start selling good Paydirt one of these days. You can't write anyone off. It's one of the reasons. I will say this. I have, if I go to my bookmarks on my computer, I have a list of all the Paydirt sellers I've never reviewed. Then I have a list of all the ones I've reviewed that I will re-review again. And then I have a list of all the Paydirt sellers I've reviewed that I will never go back to. And that is a very, very short list. I mean, even Golden Paydirt's not on that list yet. I pretty much have to get a 0 bit of gold. So I do always go back because sellers do improve. It's very rare, but sometimes sellers do improve. Sometimes they do sell good products. I think a perfect example of that would be Montana Prospector. It's montana-prospector.com. He's a big seller on eBay. He pretty much looks exactly like Golden Paydirt. He uses multiple accounts, tons and tons of things. But he typically has really bad Paydirt. I mean, 20, 25% ROIs. But I did a review this year where he had a 1 gram bag, and I think it was like a 85, 90% ROI. It was a really good deal from a really bad seller. So, you can't always write off everybody. Oh, a jar this time, huh? Yeah. So you never, like I said, you never know. Clash might start selling some decent Paydirt, you know. I don't think so. I think he's just going to keep using, his channel to promote it and stuff like that. So, but you just never know. Thank you very much, Gary. I really appreciate that, brother. Too kind. Way too kind. Everyone's been way too kind tonight. Flash in the pan is JC. Flash in your pan is Ed. Uh-oh, I missed something in chat. Yeah, I actually have to do I might try to drop a video about lynch mining. I got some more news about lynch mining. And I have posted some stuff about lynch mining on my Patreon because, some of it's personal stuff. I didn't really want to be the person to share online. But I might do a short video next week or something, just middle of the week, about lynch mining. But it's essentially lynch mining is done. They are essentially closed. I haven't even looked at their website to see if they've shut it down or not. But they have essentially closed. Yeah, the Flash in your pan, he does his live shows the exact same time as mine, which is really unfortunate. I'm seriously considering moving my live to 6 o'clock just because I really enjoy Flash in your pan. I like his shows. And I don't know why when I moved my show, I brain farted and didn't think about his show because I looked and tried to remember everyone. I didn't want to, mess with anyone else's time. And it wasn't until I had already started my shows that I realized it was his show too. So I have been contemplating, and I might still end up doing it, is moving my show to 6 o'clock. I don't know. They either have to move it to 6 or 9, or maybe even 8, just a different time. So we're not at the exact same time. I don't know. Richard B, I totally understand that. And if I was probably just a pure buyer, once I got burned, I wouldn't go back. Just because, if you buy somebody and you get a 0% ROI, even if you go back to them again and get a 100% ROI, averaged out, that's still a 50% ROI. So as a buyer, I probably would never go back to people. But as a reviewer, I want to see people, I do these reviews not only for the buyers, because I want buyers to not get ripped off, but I also do these because, it can teach sellers how to improve, become better sellers, and which helps us. And it helps them as well. So, I do try to go back to decent sellers every once in a while to see if they've improved. Hey, Charles King, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. LXR in the house. How's it going? Yeah, and if anyone's curious, that's, oh my gosh, what I'm panning out because you came in late. I'm just making a mess here. That's what I'm doing. But my buddy John, he was lending me some gold for some upcoming Paydirt I'm going to be selling. And he asked me if I wanted some dirt with it, and I said yes. So he made some really hard dirt. And it was about 10 pounds of dirt. So he didn't just send me a little bit. And I kind of got frustrated with it. And then after I painted out, I ran it through my gold hog. And these are the gold hog tailings, showing me all the gold I missed. No, you're not banned. I don't ban anybody. Only Nightbot bans people. I've never banned anyone on my channel. Even my mods have banned only one person. And we all know who that is. Hey, Steven, how's it going, brother? Thank you for being here. Even if I appreciate everyone who comes here, even if you don't want to chat. I typically don't chat a lot in some of the live shows, especially if I'm on my phone watching. I would just be a lurker, but I appreciate everyone who comes and just lurks. And again, make sure everyone that you go to the hidden video so you can win a bag of my Tuesday tailings. But yeah, so this is mostly black sands and garnet sands. He mixed my two favorite things, black sands and garnet sands. And then it's got some other stuff in there as well, just to be difficult. Yeah, I did lose a lot of gold, but this wasn't for a review. This wasn't for a review. This was just him trying to drive me mad. And at the time, I thought I was in a time crunch because I thought what I ordered from China was going to be here a month ago. So I was like, oh, I need to have this panned out. He was getting antsy that I hadn't panned it out yet. So I kind of rushed through like the last 2 pounds of it because I knew I was going to be running it through my gold hog. But yeah, this is way too much gold. This is what happens if you don't take your time. I think this is more gold than I lost all last year from all my reviews. Yeah, I'm trying to lose more gold here. All right. Kathleen. All right, I just suck at panning. Truth be told, I have my kids pan out all my stuff from my reviews, and since I had to do this, on camera, I was like, oh my Lord. No, I know I want Tuesday tailings. This wasn't Tuesday tailing, so. And what's funny is I didn't plan on doing a Wednesday results show because I figured I probably wouldn't find too much gold tonight. But I'm probably going to have to weigh this up tomorrow just so I can see how horrible I am at panning when there's no camera on. I might have to start putting a camera on every time I pan something. Ronnie's Digs, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. I needed that because I'm kind of bummed out at how much gold is in this pan. There's some big chunkers in here. Ugh. I'm looking for the hardest stuff to pan. Probably 9 fingers. I think 9 fingers probably has some of the hardest stuff. I don't know how often he sells though. And if not him, then the double diamond is actually pretty hard from Gold Nugget sales. It's because it just depends on what you're looking for. With the Gold Nugget sales, I don't want to say fake dirt, but it does have tungsten added, which we probably wouldn't find naturally. So that's what makes it harder to pan out. 9 Fingers just has some tiny, tiny gold. Flower Gold Wizard has some tiny gold as well. Yeah, that's what I said. Flower Gold Wizards is tough, but it's the same as anyone that just sells Paydirt that's minus 40. Pretty much everyone has minus 40 gold and Paydirt, but Gold Nugget sales, they throw in the tungsten that does make it harder in the very end. And then, but Creed is the one, he's got that minus 100, minus 200 stuff. That's the stuff that'll give you nightmares. The rate I'm panning tonight, we might not even get to see all the gold tonight. Because he made this bag nice and tough for me. He added all these, I mean, you won't be able to really see them on camera, but all these nice little pieces like this. This is just flat. Just absolutely flat. Won't move in the pan. This is all just stuff that won't move, so. Hey, Benzo, how's it going, brother? I appreciate you popping in. Oh, there's no 3 grams. There's maybe, I don't even think there's a gram in here. If there is, it's just because of that big honker, but this is still pretty dirty stuff. Yeah, PA, when you gonna pan out that gaw bag, man? Are you gonna videotape it? I think you should videotape it. Hey, Mandy's Candy, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. And S Rip, I don't know if I said hi to you, S Rip. I can't remember if it was early in the show, but I can't remember, and I keep seeing people say hi. So how's it going, S Rip? Always appreciate you being here. You're pretty much here always. So let's just cheat a little bit, get rid of some of these flat stuff. That's gonna drive me crazy. This is one of the problems if you don't classify. You get all these flat stones and stuff in there. I know, and just in case anyone doesn't know, I told Vendetta the other day, and he was kind of surprised. But when I did the Vendetta treasure bag, his silver only bag, I didn't pan it out. I only used tweezers and picked every one of those pieces of silver out. Yeah, I like Tony's Paydirt. Tony's another good seller. Yukon Alley. There's a whole bunch. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of sellers, and as much as I love that there's so many new sellers that are not new, good sellers, it's hard to keep reviewing them all the time. All right, Ezra, thank you. I thought I did, but it's always go back to say hi a second time. It doesn't hurt, does it? It didn't cost me anything, so you can always be nice to people. You can always say hi to somebody a second time. Yeah. But I know sometimes I forget to say hi to everybody in chat, and I really do appreciate everyone who comes to these shows and watches my ugly mug and my black hands and black sands. So I appreciate all of you. Joey Brown, how's it going, brother? I know Shelf of Wonder is going to get full pretty soon. I think July, I'm ordering up some cool Paydirt. So it'll have the Shelf of Wonder will have some cool Paydirts on it in a couple weeks. I know. I need to go watch the end of the video. Right when you were talking about it was about the thunderstorm, I had to come down here to set up, and I had forgot to do a couple things, so I missed the end of that video. But I need to see the tornado. These big junkers, get them out of there. I know Big Texas seems to be doing good. It's another seller. Like I said, it's a good problem to have where I can't review everyone as often as I want. Like I said, 7 years ago, this was not a problem. There was 2 or 3 good sellers that I could just keep reviewing over and over and over and over, and then I'd be a bad seller, bad sellers. Nowadays, I could spend 6 months just going over and over the same great sellers over and over. So, but I will say, as many good sellers are there out there, they're all selling 1 gram bags, and gold is getting mighty expensive. I think some of these people need to figure out a way to make a good high ROI half-gram bag. Hint, hint. I know. Well, at least it did have gold. As I said earlier in the show, sometimes I put dirt on a shelf for a specific reason. And then by the time I get to it, I have forgot the reason. You know, it might be black sands from somewhere I want to save or something like that. And then I'll find it like a month or 2 later, and I'll go to pan it out, and there's no gold in it. So it's like, well. And then I can't figure out why I saved the dirt. I'll throw it in my Tuesday tailings bucket or something. And then a month later, I'll remember, oh, yeah, that was the dirt from, so-and-so, and I wanted to save it, but oh well. That's why you go 1.33. All right. I think we're almost done. I think these last couple of pieces of rock are just not going to move. They're being difficult. Gold is going, no, gold is pretty much staying right around 60. Yeah. I think unless something major happens, I think gold is pretty much settled for a while. Oh, this flat stuff, that's not gold. You need to move on down the pan. Hey, Benjamin, how's it going, brother? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. So there we go. This is a little bit mixed. There's still some non-shiny stuff in here. But I think that's about all I can do with it tonight without pulling out my reading glasses. Well, yeah, if you cut out all the other bad habits, you can afford it. Yeah, that's sadly, yes, that is a nice pile of gold. And it is all gold I should have caught when I originally panned it out, but that's what happens when you get frustrated and bored. But then y'all saw the gold. You got to look at my ugly mug. Let us shrink down the ugly mug. Oh. There we go. Tuck this down over here in the corner. But there you go. That was the gold. I will do a results show tomorrow. Originally, I didn't plan on it because I really didn't think there was that much gold in there, but I just suck at panning. So I will do a results show tomorrow because I'm curious to see how much I missed too. Yep, 0.5 gram. Yeah, it's like I was talking, I think I was talking to maybe Ed about it not too long ago. How is when Paydirt was $40 a gram, the majority of Paydirt sellers sold 1/4 gram bags, 1/2 gram bags, and 1 gram bags. There wasn't too many sellers that actually sold 3 gram, 5 grams, and bigger, except for really Gold Bay. They were the only ones that really sold anything over 1 gram bags. Most people were buying 1/4 gram, 1/2 grams, and 1 grams. That's when Tom's was around, Jimbo's Gold, all these other companies. And then, there wasn't that many big, good companies. And then later when all these good companies came around, I guess it's more profitable if you sell a 1 gram bag. I mean, I know there's a reason why. But, like I said, you'd almost never see any 1/4 gram or 1/2 gram bags anymore on the market, except for bad sellers, So it'd be nice if some of the really good sellers consistently. I know Indiana, Brian sells some good Paydirt. He's just, not a consistent website type thing. I know you're going to be busy right now. You must be really busy right now, Anthony, huh? Kathleen. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I'm not proud of that pile Paydirt, but at least I did eventually come back and get it out. So, like I say, I tell people all the time, the gold's not lost. It's always there as long as you save the dirt. It's only when you throw the dirt in your backyard or garbage can or whatever that the gold is lost and goes back into Mother Nature. So you can keep panning stuff out. When I first started, I used to dump all my tailings into a 5-gallon bucket and repan it over and over and over because I couldn't afford Paydirt every week. So. I don't buy fireworks. I haven't bought fireworks in years and years and years. Fireworks are way too expensive. I'd rather watch, one of my neighbors will be shooting fireworks and I can just stick my head out the window and watch theirs. 5 days straight. That's awesome, brother. So I might actually go try to catch, I don't have my kids this year for 4th of July, but I might go try to catch the show that they have near me. They usually put on a pretty good show in the next suburb over. But hold on a second. We're going to drop if I can remember how to do it. I usually don't do this, but we're going to drop the hidden link. So make sure you go drop the hidden link because we're going to be giving away a bag of Tuesday tailings in a minute. That's why I'm rich. Yeah, I'm the farthest thing from rich anyway. I'm rich in debt. That's what I'm very rich in debt. I think this year, I think next month, I will finally be at an even level with my house. So, I've got 0 equity in it, but I don't owe anything. So I'm pretty much at an even keel with my house, but lots and lots of credit card debt, knocking my teeth out, things like that, buying gold, then just giving gold away, silly things that I do. So. All right, let me go check, make sure everything is ready and all the comments are going through, because then we're going to give away a bag of Tuesday tailings. There we go. It looks like it's all good. Which is good. So, all right. Yeah, so in 5 minutes, we'll give away a bag of Tuesday tailings. Now, again, these bags are going to have a 1/4 gram or approximately a 1/4 gram of gold in them. And then also at the end of all 12 weeks, once I've given away 12 grams, let me see, I actually have it over here. We're going to pull everyone's name and give away this 1 ounce prospector bar. So, and this is a real one. This isn't like one of the fake ones that I bought off of eBay. This is a real one. I've tested it. It is real. I did a density test on it and everything. This is just one I was having a hard time shooting the video with 5, so I just knocked it down to 4, but this is a real one. So if you're one of the 12 winners over the next 12 weeks giving away these Tuesday tailings, you'll then be entered for a chance to win this 1 ounce silver bar. And as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. It's 100% by me for everyone who puts up with my ugly mug. And we have a few other rules with this. For these Tuesday tailings, like I said, approximately 1/4 gram of gold in each one of those bags. But you have to be in the United States, and if I call your name out, you have to post something in the live chat to collect your win, then mail me with your address, things like that. And if you are a Patreon member, you can win multiple times. Everyone else, you can only win once over these next 12 weeks. But Patreon members can win every single week since they're the ones that are really supporting me doing these things. So a real silver bar for the stack, yeah. I actually, because when I was getting these for these things, I actually, like I said, I ordered one too many of these, and then I ordered a real American Eagle, because if anyone who's watched my video, then watched the Vendetta video, Vendetta had the fake American Eagle I sent him, because I was going to do both, but it was just getting too complicated in my video. So I gave, my son gets the American Eagle silver for his stack, and I figured, you know, since I bought an extra prospector, we would add it for this month, or these 3 months, these 12 weeks, so. Excuse it. So, but yeah, so we'll be giving away that in a minute. And we've only got 1 week so far, so the only person that is ineligible is SRIP63. So SRIP is the only person that's ineligible. Everyone else is eligible. John Gear, thank you for joining this show. I appreciate it, brother. Always nice to see you here. I'm going to buy some fireworks. Yeah. Buy more Paydirt. Buy more Paydirt. So I will have, again, before we go pull things, I will have a video coming out Saturday. It is a Paydirt battle. That will be, it should be a good one. It was a massive amount of Paydirt I went through for this battle, which is probably another reason why my shoulder is killing me, but it was killing me before then. And then then Tuesday, I don't even know who we're going through next Tuesday. I think we're going to go through some Tommy Knockers next Tuesday. I think that's who I have scheduled. There's maybe some Tommy Knockers Paydirt that I got a really, really long time ago. He was having a sale, and I think it was over 100% ROI bag. But I think that's what we're going to be going through next Tuesday. But Saturday, I do have a Paydirt battle coming up. It's been a little bit since I've done a Paydirt battle. I think this will be 2 months almost. So, but we'll be doing that. But let me get rid of the sad pan full of gold. Bye-bye. But I will, again, and tomorrow I will do results. I'll show you how much gold I missed. I might even tell you how much gold was supposed to be there. When I did this, it was, it was an ounce of gold. He had put an ounce of gold in the bag of Paydirt, and I panned it out. But he knew he threw an extra, and I weighed it up, and I did find the ounce. So he obviously threw in a little bit extra. I don't know why, since this is just a loaner of gold. If you don't know how much you're sending me, it makes it more difficult for me. So I guess he knows that I'm honest, and I'll tell him exactly how much I found now. So. Two-year-old fireworks. Yeah, I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust fireworks. It depends on where you bought them. You know, like Kmart fireworks, I wouldn't trust them 3 days later. So, but all right, let's go give away some Paydirt. What do I need to do? Shrink down my ugly mug. Let me go get the link first. Make sure I have the link. All right, I got the link. Now, another good time of the show. Let me shrink down the ugly mug. I'm still on the screen, but there we go. Oh, and there's everyone's favorite person. Everyone's favorite Paydirt seller. So if anyone's noticed on my website, I did get rid of the list of all ROIs because I'm reworking that. I decided to take out a lot of sellers. Obviously, companies like Winch Mining need to be removed. I'm not going to promote people that are, you know, closed or not selling. So I'm reworking all that, but all my videos are always there and they're much easier to find. And like I said earlier, I do buy gold if you have like a gram or two you want to sell. I post all my supporters and all kinds of things like the unclaimed money. I always suggest this. If you've never checked this, you can go to my site, unclaimed money. Just click on the state that you're at. It takes you to the government's website for that state, and you can see if you have any unclaimed money. So, but all right, let's get to this. Or not this. This is where we're getting to. Here. Let's put in the link. Fetch everyone's names, and we're going to give away some Paydirt. And this will go out tomorrow as long as you reply to this. And if you don't reply before the end of the show, you lose not only this bag of Paydirt, but your chance to win for this 12 weeks. So make sure you reply. Make sure you reply. All right. Good luck, everyone. Let's pick a winner. John Gear. Always here for my Tuesday shows. Well, congratulations, John. You just won this bag of Paydirt, which will be shipping to you tomorrow. And I know you're here because I just saw you in chat. I mean, I just saw you. So, all right. That's it. And blame it on John, but it's Ugly Mug, full size. There we go. Let's open up chat. Wait for him to post something. Bottle Rock from the 80s. Fastest fuses ever. I have thought about that, Reg. I'm going to work on it. I hate taking out the Paydirt. I really did hate taking out the only problem with that is then I would have to pan it out. So if somebody won a bag of Paydirt, then I have to pan it out to make it. And, you know, like I said, it's 15 to 20 bucks to ship something. So even if somebody said, oh, I'll pay for it, there's not, you know, there's $15 worth of gold in here. And then they're going to pay 15 bucks to break even. So I don't know. I have been trying to think. I might do something where I might send them just the gold and keep that Tuesday tailings to put on my shelf or give away to somebody. I don't know. I have been thinking about it because I really hate not having, you know, because I do have a lot of people who aren't in the United States actually win these Tuesday tailings and join these live shows. You know, we might do that. But did John post? I didn't even see if he's here. Oh, he did post? Okay, thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate that. So, John Gear, make sure you email me your address here. So I can send you tracking numbers and everything like that once I get it. Send me your address. You can ship in a flat rate envelope for 10 bucks. To where? It depends. I send everything first class, and anything overseas is minimum $15. $15.83 if I remember right. And yes, I did accept. Of course I accepted NASA's request. They said, we need somebody to pan. But they'll probably, after they see tonight's show, they're going to say, oh, look at all the gold he missed. We don't want him helping us. What did GCMC say? I always miss something in chat. Oh, I can't find it now. So, but I actually need to here. I'm going to write it down now. I need to figure out a way to have, accept overseas wins. I might just do that. I might just, if somebody overseas wins, maybe I'll just offer to send them the quarter-gram of gold. They won't come with any dirt or anything like that or something. You know, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Brian. Oh, in the U.S.? Yeah, in the U.S. you can ship anything even cheaper than that. There's lots of little tricks. I always planned on doing a video just for Paydirt sellers to show them all the different ways they can, you know, get a few more pennies out of their Paydirt. Because like it always frustrated me when you'd see Paydirt sellers. In fact, like this. I'll show you right here. This is a bag of Paydirt I got from my seller. It comes in one of these boxes. This is what it came in. This box, I think, cost $8.30 to ship. It's the small flat rate box. It costs $8.30 to ship. That box will fit inside of a in a flat rate envelope. This box will fit inside of a flat rate envelope, and that flat rate envelope is $7.55. So you save about 85 cents. And if this seller sold, 100 bags of Paydirt a year, he actually saves himself a little bit of money. So there's lots of little bitty tricks that sellers need to do. And I have thought about doing a video, but then I have to actually do a lot of research and stuff. But yeah, if you win the bag, you still get it free. But, ask them to pay shipping. Yeah, well, originally that's what I was going to do, was just have them pay shipping. But I don't know. To me, in my head, it just defeats the whole purpose of giving something away if then they have to pay you for it. And, originally I used to just eat the cost, because when I first started doing these Tuesday tailing, or they weren't Tuesday tailings, but when I first started doing these Tuesday live shows and giving away the Paydirt, it was $10. I could ship something, I think it was $11, right around $10.85 or something to ship something overseas. And it's slowly gotten more and more expensive. And now it's at like 15 or 16 bucks. And for some reason, whatever it is, my live shows and my giveaways tend to be a higher proportion of overseas than watch it. So maybe 10% of the people watch my channel are overseas, but 40% win. So it was really killing my shipping rates. And, I don't, this isn't a for-profit channel, so, every penny I can save. But I'm going to think of something. I have to figure out something. Originally, my plan was, when I got rid of the overseas shipping, was to have a replacement for it, something different. But I never came up with that idea, and I kind of just got rid of this. So I'm going to start brainstorming. And if any of my Patreon members think of a way where, I don't want to ask somebody for 15, 20 bucks to ship them a bag of Paydirt with $15 worth of gold in it. So I might just offer to start sending them the gold, or, maybe I'll start saving some little 1/4 gram pickers or something, little 0.2 gram pickers, and give them the option of taking that instead. Yep. Shipping is crazy nowadays, which is why all my Paydirts are 3 ounces and 6 ounces, because I ship everything first class, because priority mail has gotten outrageous. So. I agree, Flash. I mean, that's why, this is show number 121. And every single week not every week, but almost every single week I've given away a bag of Paydirt. Some people don't collect those, but I've given away a lot of Paydirt on this channel, just on these Tuesday live shows. So, that's the fun to me, which is one of the reasons why I said I don't want to have someone give me 15 bucks. I'll figure out something, though. I do need to add, I do have wonderful people on this channel who watch from overseas, Oh, look who showed up. Look who showed up. I heard you were hanging out on Brian's show earlier, but not my show. Me and you're going to have a talk about that, Mr. Huckett. Thank you very much, Vendetta. I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks very much. SDI Prospecting, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Flash. But I'm going to get out of here. My cat's starting to roam, which means he's hungry, and I need to feed him before he starts attacking all the gold and eating that. But again, I will do a results show tomorrow and show you just how much gold I missed. And I will shake my head in shame again at how much gold I missed. Saturday, I do have a Paydirt battle coming up. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out a bag of Paydirt that I don't even know who. But we're going to be panning out a bag of Paydirt next Tuesday. Show tomorrow, results show tomorrow, and then a battle on Saturday. And it's a pretty big battle. It's a trio battle, 3 Paydirts, and it was a lot of material to pan out. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Or come join me on one of these